yo, I can be productive today, yo, what can I get done, you know, etc, etc. Hey brother. So today's video is going to be focused on how to dopamine detox on the weekends, because the weekends are your time that nobody else can touch. And if you have like a 9-to-5 job or you're going to school Monday to Friday, then you actually are getting productive things done during those days, and there's less free time for you to be wasting because you basically only have a couple hours in the evening to do whatever you want with. So it's important that we start winning our weekends, and then the weekdays will be way easier to do after we've mastered the weekends. Hey brother, I'm Ethan, and after binging self-improvement content for over 6 years and only making like a year's worth of tangible, real progress in that time, I decided to make this channel for other young men who spend way too much time in the self-improvement depression stage of knowing everything that you should be doing but still taking no consistent action. And then in these videos I prompt you with these little mini video challenges that by snapping your brain into the frame of a man of action enough times, you'll be able to do it all on your own. Meaning that this isn't just another self-improvement bro channel that you can binge all day without getting any action done. If that sounds useful to you, then I highly advise you to subscribe right now. So this video is a long time coming, and I wish that I had watched this video like 6 years ago, because I'm sad to admit, basically every weekend, Saturday and Sunday that I've had since getting into self-improvement has been spent more binging the content and procrastinating on what is actually important for me to be doing, like my homework back in school, or, you know, working on side projects in my adult life, when I should have been using the weekends, which are my only free days, to control it completely however I want to. And instead of using these 2 days productively, I would use them as these days for rest, which would just increase my stress from Monday to Friday, since I wouldn't improve any of the problems that were created in the past week by procrastinating, you know, not studying, not doing my homework, etc. And instead I would use the Saturday and Sunday to de-stress from all the stress in the week, but then using both days just to de-stress and not get anything done is the reason why I kept building up so much stress between Monday to Friday. So it's been kind of a toxic loop for the past few years where all of my weekends I've been using them unproductively, just mostly to rest and veg out and just melt into the couch or my bed while I watch these videos. And today is Sunday for me, by the way, when I'm recording it, and I'm using yesterday, which is Saturday, as a cold turkey dopamine detox kind of experiment. So yesterday I wasn't allowed any instant gratification until 7 to 9 p.m., which is when I was allowing myself to just binge on whatever videos I wanted, right? And I identified 3 phases of dopamine toxification that your brain is gonna run you through when you aren't constantly stimulating your mind with all these colorful pixels and everything. So phase number 1 is the pacing. Pacing around your apartment or your room like a brain-dead crackhead is the first sign that you need to stay consistent on a life-changing dopamine detox. I literally just likened it to walking around like a crackhead, so it's clear that you're addicted to something and you're suffering from withdrawals and just pacing around the room because your brain is looking for stimulation. Probably this happens unconsciously. Once you regain that consciousness and you realize what you're in the middle of doing, you've got to, as soon as possible, just sit down somewhere and start meditating. This will quickly snap you back into gaining a little bit more control. You know, if you haven't been meditating for like 30 days consistently in a row, then I would lower the bar or the metric you use to define the success of this solution down to, can I just focus on my breath for 10 minutes? Or at least can I just focus on putting the effort into? I wouldn't lower the success metric that you're trying to hit all the way down to just sitting still for 10 minutes and racing your brain. You will get a little bit of benefit from sitting down and just thinking through your process, but the real benefit is in the effort you put in, because then metaphorically all your thoughts and all of your brain is this big and it's in the air looking for stimulation, and using that controlled willpower and effort to bring all of your thoughts back down into a concentrated mind is the actual benefit of this meditation practice, right? So don't go so easy on yourself that you succeed just by sitting down for 10 minutes, but you should be satisfied that you did your job if you can sit down for 10 minutes straight and at least try to keep coming back to the breath. After that solution, you're going to be in the second phase of dopamine toxification, which is the boredom phase. Now this phase is actually the most dangerous one because it's the most likely that you're going to make a bad decision to indulge in your bad habits and you're just gonna fuck the entire rest of the weekend. After you've made a little bit of progress with reining in your mind using the meditation, you're gonna realize just how long a day really is when you've got nothing to stimulate you. It's just you and your mind for hours. Within as fast as 60 seconds, this same evil realization always creeps in, and it always sounds so logical. It creeps in and it says, I'm not doing anything right now anyway, so I might as well conserve energy by taking a nap, or I might as well watch a video. I'll just watch one because I'm not doing anything right now. And this evil rationalization is killer. Listen, you and I both have fed into that rationalization probably over hundreds of times before, and it kills the entire day every time. Either you take a nap, you wake up and you realize, oh, okay, I guess I gave up on trying to be good today, and you just bullshit the rest of the day. Or you click on one video, you just watch it for 10 minutes, but in that 10-minute span, your brain has already stopped kind of like flexing to be primed for you to use your willpower and things like that. And it has kind of released and relaxed and turned to mush. And then you're just going to start like a 10-hour binge. Now, the solution that I recommend for this second phase of the dopamine detoxification, the boredom phase, is to pull out a book. Your brain needs some sort of stimulation. You need some sort of goal to achieve, some sort of thing to do. And reading a book for 30 minutes is an amazing way to feed your brain's cravings for stimulation. For me personally, whenever I read a book on like entrepreneurship, self-improvement, whatever, for 30 minutes, it almost definitely flips me into the frame of, yo, I can be productive today. Yo, what can I get done? You know, etc., etc. And it gets me excited again to get some work in, like record these videos, write these scripts, etc. Okay, so now you're at the point of the weekend where you've survived the pacing phase and the boredom phase. You've resisted the urge to take a nap or just watch one video, which is a lie, and you're in the third inevitable phase. Obviously, you've got to eat food at some point in the day, and as soon as you go to put food in your mouth, this craving always triggers, which I'm going to call the Supersizes for the purpose of the video, which is that craving, that itch to multitask by watching some self-improvement video, listening to a podcast, listening to something. And the Supersizes is that compulsion to supersize your meal consumption with some sort of content consumption, like a self-improvement video or some other like YouTube video for entertainment purposes, or anime or TV or whatever. Now, these Supersizes, cravings for content on top of meal consumption, are so strong. They're stronger than any other compulsion to multitask, right? Like if you're doing your chores, you're folding the laundry, you're cleaning the house, you're commuting to work, never in any other scenario do I feel this compulsion to multitask as much as when I'm eating. Even today, I've got to cheat a little bit by listening to some audiobook. As long as there's no video involved, I kind of allow myself to indulge in some sort of audio entertainment. It's at the end of all three of these trials, you could call them, of dopamine detoxification on the weekends, that if you can survive all three of them using the meditation, the reading, and maybe just cheating with an audiobook or a podcast while you're eating, then after you survive all of these, can you gain the willpower to realize, oh, I want to get some work done today. I'm so freaking bored by the lack of stimulation. I'll do some homework, man. Give me anything to do, and it'll be better than this torture of having nothing to stimulate me. If you like this video and you want to see more from a small but upcoming YouTuber, I highly advise you to subscribe, and more importantly, hit the bell notification so I can stay on your ass about regularly turning ourselves into men of action and graduating out of this self-improvement depression stage. Watch this video to make sure that your time spent watching this one wasn't completely wasted, and I'll see you in the next video.